Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to episode 37 of the Total Extreme Wrestling WWE 2020 save on the 2020 version of the game. You guys know the drill by now. This is a big episode. This is all about big money players and big money matches. It's pay-per-view, double bill, NXT Takeover. What takeover is it, William?
War Games!
Thank you. That was needed, and it's a classic WWE pay-per-view. It's
the Survivor Series.
See, I've always got people helping us out. But yeah, two big pay-per-views. You've got Takeover War Games, you've got Survivor Series. This is huge, particularly I would say Survivor Series. Takeover War Games is huge, of course, but it's more of maybe a little bit of a swan song for NXT. You'll find out more next week. For the WWE, for Survivor Series, it's about setting ourselves up, if I can speak the words, for the road to WrestleMania with TLC next, and then it's the Royal Rumble. It's time to set things up. No more show than next week, which is the draft, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get right to it. NXT Takeover War Games. And we're coming to you from Philadelphia. I've decided Philadelphia, home of the EC Dub. Let's do it. NXT Takeover War Games kicks off with the NXT Tag Team Champions. It is Zach Gibson and James Drake, the grizzled young veterans. Out they come as the heels, who are a little bit forced into this one, as you would have seen on NXT over the past few weeks. They've been ducking and diving the champions, the challengers tonight, Dijakovic and Bronson Reed. Well, tonight they have no choice. It is a tables match to kick off War Games. We're in Philadelphia, by the way. Tables. Let's see if it works. 54 for the promo on the way, which isn't bad for them. The match itself, then, is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. It's a tables match. Your winners. And new NXT Tag Team Champions, Dominic Dijakovic and Bronson Reed. I still need a name. Comment section. Yeah, pretty good match here, actually. A 68. Much better than I thought it would do. Mainly due to the fact that Zach Gibson has put on an amazing performance here. The Liverpudlian he's done well here. 72 from him. 54 from James Drake. Really good performances from Dijakovic and Reed too. Their popularity is sort of mid-30s or late 30s for Bronson Reed. And they're still performing a lot better than it comes. And we're putting the titles on them here. We are putting the titles on them. The tag team division in NXT is about to have a major shake-up. I think having the titles on Reed and Dijakovic going forward is the best way to go. And it's a takeover. You want to start with a big pop for the crowd. A tables match in Philadelphia with the faces, the big brute faces going over. I think it may just tick it. A good start, this. Done better than I was hoping. If we carry on like this, Takeover War Games may be a success. Yeah, we'll find out. There's still a long way to go in this one, don't worry. From there, we went into a backstage segment. So you can have Tom... Mauro, we still got Mauro Ranallo. I forgot who it was. We can have Mauro going, who's going to stop these monsters? Oh, wait. We're going to go backstage. Something's happening backstage. And we find Legado del Fantasma beating down Oney Lorcan. It hasn't done well because there's not a lot of star power in it apparently, but whatever, 37. And this is all about building for Wednesday, because this Wednesday on NXT, it's the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament semi-finals. Santos Escobar will take on Oney Lorcan in one of those semi-finals, and Santos says it's time to soften up Oney Lorcan, and that's what he's tried to do here. The heels, big down backstage, building blocks. That's what we're trying to do here. It's pretty good. We go from there to the new tag team champions. We give them a bit of promo time here to celebrate 52. They've done really well there. We need a name for these because they're doing well. Let's put them together as a proper team. Big name we need, not Big Brutes. Big Brutes doesn't work, but we need a name. 52, really good promo. Dijakovic did well on the mic as well. That's important to note. Good stuff. Let's go back to the ring then. Tegan Nox is in action against Candice LeRae. Now, this is an interesting one because I think over the past few weeks, I may have put this as a gimmick match, but I couldn't quite remember. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, no, They had a one-on-one match at TakeOver last time out. Let's put it again as a rematch. Let's play off the last match, but let's put it as a rematch. And storyline-wise, let's play off it. Tegan won the first one. Does she win tonight, or does Candice LeRae make it 1-1? Actual 1-1, not just what she says it is in the storyline. Let's find out. Well, a 56 rated match, so it's still pretty good, but it's Tegan who gets the victory. She has obliterated Candice in this feud technically, but this feud was all about pushing Tegan back up to that next level. 52 apiece for both of them and a 56 rated match. They got time, and I think these two would have had a really good match to play off the previous stuff. They've worked together so much in their careers that I think they'll have some chemistry as well. Good stuff. Candice is someone that I actually think there's a future in using her in the title picture as well, but Tegan for sure. So let's see what happens. 56. Yeah, really good stuff actually. We went backstage to Dakota Kai. She's cutting a promo on Shotzi Blackheart ahead of the Women's Championship match tonight when in walks Tegan Nox. And Tegan is confident. Tegan is happy. And Tegan is eyeing up the championship when Dakota stops her in her tracks and makes it very clear she remembers a stipulation from a few months ago. Tegan Nox can't have a championship opportunity while Dakota Kai is champion. Let's see, shall we? 64, good promo from the champ and a good little sort of altercation between the two. That's, yeah, pretty good stuff. I'm pleased with that, weirdly. So we do that, and then we go to Team Lee. The faces for the War Games matchup tonight. That's Keith Lee, Tommaso Champa, and the Viking Raiders, or the War Raiders as they used to be known. Interestingly, War Games, everyone is going to war tonight. And that's what Tommaso Champa says. He says, look, I've been here. I've done this before. Tonight will be war. However, we go into war with our heads held high. We go in bravely. And it doesn't matter if we don't come out the same. We come out as winners. 67, good promo. A lot of build for the main event. It's a big matchup. Let's show that the actual people involved in it are a bit cautious. They know how important this match is. 67, good promo. The Broserweights are backstage for a 77 rated promo. Really good here, mainly from Matt Riddle. No surprise. Full of charisma. These two have had a little bit of issues recently with the North American Championship between them as well that Johnny Gargano holds. And the Broserweights say that tonight is all fair in love and war. It is 1-on-1 on 1-on-1. But afterwards, the Broserweights will still be bros. That's what Matt Riddle says. Pete Dunne just gives a nod like that. We know he doesn't show a lot of emotion, but Pete Dunne agrees. And it's just to show that these two, yeah, they've had their issues recently and it's going to play into the matchup. But they're still a face team, or still faces at least. We'll see. 77. It's now time for perhaps I think could be the best match on the card. Potentially the best match on the card. It's for the NXT North American Championship. Johnny Gargano defends against three very, very capable challengers. Matt Riddle, Karrion Kross, and Pete Dunne. So tonight, it's a big night for the Garganos. Candice has already lost one. Will the same happen for Johnny Gargano? It's about time to find out. This next contest is for the NXT North American Championship. Your winner and new NXT North American Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Great match, by the way. Great match. 74. Really good stuff from an NXT match. Johnny Gargano, the best at 77. That's no surprise. Johnny Takeover doing it again. Matt Riddle, 76. Good performance from him. Karrion Kross at 74. That's impressive. Impressive with that. And Pete Dunne, the winner, gets a 71. And as you can see by those performances, this is why we've done it. Pete Dunne becomes North American Champion because out of all the men involved in this match, I think he's the man that will be boosted to that next level with the championship. So let's do it. Let's put the title on him and let's try and boost him to that next level. 74, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. And I'm not surprised. This was the match I thought would do well, would steal the show. And it has. 3, at least, very good workers. I'm not sure on Karrion Kross, but, you know, tonight he's done well for me, so I probably should cut him a bit of slack. Gargano was off his game, by the way. It's fine. He's off his game. He's still amazing, so that's pretty good. Post-match, we do a handshake between the Broserweights. Matt Riddle is disappointed that he didn't walk away with the championship, but he's happy for his bro, and the Broserweights celebrate with Pete Dunne having the championship in his mouth, as he always does. 71, good promo. This is doing well. It's about to go off a cliff, I think, though, because we're about to head towards the Women's Championship match. Before that, we have a promo from Shotzi Blackheart. Oh, God. 27, so it's not done well. Shotzi says it's a dream come true for her to be in this position at this stage of her career, but she's going to make sure this is a dream she will not waste. We'll see. The next match is for the NXT Women's Championship. Your winner and still NXT Women's Champion Dakota Kai. I am not putting the title on Shotzi Blackheart, at least not yet. She needs a lot more building. And Dakota's having a really good reign as champion, weirdly. This only had 10 minutes, and actually Dakota has saved the day here because she's still got a 53 out of it, so I'm very, very pleased. Shotzi at 32 isn't bad at all, but her fourth defense to the championship and a good win for Dakota Kai. This is really good. Her title defenses are showing that she is the right person to be on the champion at the moment, and yeah, she's got some challenges coming up, so let's see what happens. Good stuff, though. There's one match left, and this has been a good show so far. If you'd have told me it'd been this good going in, I'd have been very happy. So, and that one match we've got left, it's War Games. So, let's see. I've not done a War Games match on this game at all. I've sort of made it so it's kind of correct on a match gimmick. I'm not sure if it's going to do that well, but hopefully it does. Good main event here. We've got a hell of a show, that's for sure. We've got a couple of things to get through first, though. Mainly, the former North American champion, Johnny Gargano. Could you think he's going to take that championship loss line down? Absolutely not. 79 rated promo, and Gargano puts the challenge out there. This Wednesday on NXT, he wants his rematch. We're doing it. Gargano and Dunne in the main event this Wednesday for the North American Championship. 79, good promo from Johnny Gargano. We went from Gargano to the Undisputed Era. We've seen Team Lee earlier. How are the Undisputed Era taking it? Well, they say they are the kings of the War Games. And that is not because of Adam Cole. And Finn Balor says nobody can stop them. And that is undisputed. That promo itself gets a 62, which isn't too great. Roderick Strong is the man who probably could have done a bit better. But now it's time. It's time for War Games. And it felt like a two-match card, this. The other stuff has done quite well, but if these two matches kill it, we could have a great show. The North American Championship match did very well. Will War Games do as well? We've got some great talents in there. All of Undisputed Era are fantastic. All of the face team are fantastic. But this is Total Extreme Wrestling. It may mess with me tonight. It may mess with me. Let's find out. NXT War Games 2020. Right, here we go. Thank you game. Oh, thank you game. It's a 77 rated match, so yes, in real life it'll probably be a little bit better, but I will damn right take that. Good matchup, and the Undisputed Era, the kings of the War Games, have done it again. They've done it again. They've defeated Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, and the Viking Raiders to win again. And you'll notice the winner is Roderick Strong. Now, Roderick Strong is not the man you would have probably expected to win. It probably would have been Finn Balor, but Roderick Strong wins here. Balor's got the title. He doesn't need this. Roderick Strong has a big boost here. He's won one of the major matches in NXT history, and he's done it like in style. Interesting though, if you look at the performances, the best performance was from Tommaso Ciampa with a 71. Keith Lee 65, very good. Finn Balor was off his game, which is a shame from the NXT champion with a 63. 63 for Kyle O'Reilly, 63 for Ivar, 61 for Eric, and a 59 for Roderick Strong. So he needs to improve his performances. Hopefully winning matches like this will help him. War Games was a success. And is that how we end the show? You're damn right it's not. It's definitely not. Because Roderick Strong is the last man standing. Finn Balor and Keith Lee have taken themselves out. The Undisputed Era, as in O'Reilly and Fish, and the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, have taken themselves out. Roderick Strong has made Tommaso Ciampa tap out. Ciampa is out. the War Games structure and the match has taken a lot out of these men, but Roderick Strong is still standing. Roderick Strong has his arm raised as he's walking or limping, hobbling up the ramp when he gets a shock. The music, the new music of Adam Cole, baby. And here comes Adam Cole, fully babyface now, Adam Cole. And he's got a baseball bat in hand. And he is thumping Roderick Strong. And he destroys him at ringside. He absolutely goes mental on Roderick Strong. Because I think it's important at this point that Adam Cole would want Roderick Strong first. Yes, Finn Balor now leads the Undisputed Era. And yes, Balor had a part to play in that. But Roderick Strong is the man who Adam Cole, he's the one Adam Cole brought in, really. He's the one that Adam Cole is probably the closest link to in the Undisputed Era. Yes, Kyle O'Reilly and yes, Bobby Fish, but those two sort of go off as a tag team. And then you have Strong and Cole, and these two, it's personal. And Adam Cole makes it personal here. A power bomb off the stage, through a table, big pop, big bump from Roderick Strong, who's already taken a hell of a bump, you would say, from War Games. Adam Cole stands tall to end TakeOver War Games. He is back, and the Undisputed Era better watch out. This could be a great show. Oh man, this has been so much better than I was hoping it could have been, to be fair. We're going to get a 75. Yes. NXT TakeOver War Games. Thank you very much. That could be up there with one of the best takeovers we've done. Fantastic. Survivor Series kicks off with the United States Championship on the line. It's Aleister Black defending against Seth Rollins. Now, of course, last time out on the pay-per-view at Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins was unsuccessful against Aleister Black. This time it's a different Seth Rollins. This time it's a concentrated Seth Rollins, a focused Seth Rollins. And he is here to reclaim the United States Championship that he's only ever won once. And then he lost it immediately after just under a month to John Cena. He wants that belt back. Does he get it back? Let's find out. Your winner in the opening contest for the United States Championship and new United States Champion Seth freaking Rollins. We did the title change. And it's worked out with an 82. What a match. What a match to kick us off. 4 stars, well, 4 and a bit stars. As Seth puts in an 86 performance, he was motivated tonight, and it showed. We did put a no DQ gimmick on this, which allowed Murphy to interfere legally, and Seth Rollins took control of that to get the win. Aleister Black at 77, still a good performance, but actually I was kind of hoping for a bit better, but still pretty good. Now, a lot of you out there will be a bit confused because Aleister is someone I've been pushing big time. That's not going to stop, but we needed to get the championship off him. So, to go forward from there. We'll see. 82, though. What a start to the show. That is what you want from a Survivor Series opener. Brilliant. Post-match, Seth celebrates with a belt for a 67, so it's not great, but Seth celebrates with a belt with Murphy and Benjamin next to him. Seth Rollins has a bit of success now. Let's see what happens from here. The Usos got a promo on the Ring Workers for a 72. This is a good promo. Jey Uso talks about that he may have lost on Smackdown on Friday night, but this is a tag team contest, and they are the tag team champions. They are tag team greatness, and nobody can stop that. 72 for the promo. We're going to go from the SmackDown Tag Team Championships to the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sasha Banks goes to promo on Sonya Deville for a 72 as well. A really, really good promo from Sonya Deville. Before my TV goes off, let's have a look. Sonya Deville, really, really good. Sasha, really good promo on Sonya Deville. 72. That's really good for the women's division. She talks here about how Sonya may have tricked her on Friday, but tonight there'll be no tricks. Tonight there will be 2 falls, and both of them will go in Sasha Banks' favour. Now, the 2 falls match is going to be an interesting one. In terms of in-game, I wasn't able to create it, and I am bitterly disappointed. So what we've done He's done 2 matches back to back, and we've timed it so it's like one giant match. I'm not sure it's going to work in the card, but work with me in your imagination and we will make it work. So your next match is the first fall in the 2 falls match, and it's for the WWE Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Sasha Banks is putting the briefcase on the line in fall number 1, the title on the line in fall number 2. It's Sasha Banks, it's Sonya Deville, your winner, and new Miss Money in the Bank, Sonya Deville. So we got a 69, so that's really good for the SmackDown Women's Division, so I'm pleased with that. It only had about 7 minutes for the first fall, remember, and Sonya gets the win. Sonya gets the win, and that's huge for her. Huge. So that's first fall. Sasha's lost one, and now she's got to try and defend her title. She's already hurt from this submission that Sonya Deville won the first match with, the first fall with. Will she hold on in the second one, or are we about to crown a new SmackDown Women's Champion? The second fall then, your winner, and still SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. We only gave this 4 minutes, so it would have had around about 10 minutes for the whole match, which is fine, and Sasha retains the championship. There were times when this was a definite lack of psychology, which is a bit disappointing. It only got a 59, which is a bit sad considering Sonya Deville, she's just won the briefcase and she's put in a 73 rate performance. That's incredible. Sasha with 63, and the story is pretty clear from here. Sonya has won one battle, Sasha has won another, but Sasha has escaped with a championship. How long for? With Sonya holding that briefcase, that's going to be an interesting few months, isn't it? Let's move on then. Let's move on. We're going to move on to the Hurt Business, I believe. If I've booked it. We did for a 61. The Hurt Business got a promo on Apollo and Cedric and AOP. They're hyping their triple threat Raw Tag Team Championship match later tonight. Damian Priest and Bobby Lashley are confident and are ready to go. Right. We'll go from there and we'll go back to the women's division, but to the Raw women's division. And this isn't for the championship. This is for personal retribution. This is an I Quit match. It's Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. Charlotte is determined to make Nia admit that she was the one that took out Becky Lynch. Now, we don't know whether that's true or not at this point, but if Nia admits it, then I'm sure it'll be true. Charlotte believes that I Quit match is the best way to do it. Let's find out, shall we? The winner and the match rating is going to be interesting. Charlotte and Nia in an I Quit match for a 70. Jesus. Wow, Charlotte Flair. Brilliant. Charlotte defeats Nia in an I Quit match. No surprise that we're going to have Charlotte win here. Nia still, though, doesn't admit that she was the one to attack Becky. Take from that what you will, but she still doesn't admit it. Charlotte wins, and as she's celebrating, what a match, by the way. What a match, 70. That's brilliant. As she's celebrating, Nia's back up, and Nia starts attacking Charlotte Flair. She is not backing down from this. When we get another surprise this episode, the music of the man, Becky Lynch. She is back, and she comes running out to attack Nia Jax for a 67. It didn't do as well as I hoped it would, but that's fine. I've skipped on, but we'll go back to it. Becky comes out and she clears the ring of Nia Jax, and Becky and Charlotte just sort of share a nod. There's no real full-on friendship, but there's a little bit of trust building there. Yeah. Big E is backstage cutting a promo. He says that on Friday night, in the match, when it all mattered, he proved himself. Yet still there are doubters. There are dead man doubters, and that's ridiculous. But tonight, he proves the doubters wrong. He proves that he is the future of SmackDown, the SmackDown saviour, and the future of this brand. 72 for a good promo from Big E. We're going to go to the Raw Tag Team Championships here. We were going to do the Smackdown Tag Team Championships, but that's been moved to later in the card. So it's the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line next. It's a triple threat. It's the Hurt Business and Apollo and Cedric looking to claim those titles away from Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain. Let's see, shall we? Your winners and new Raw Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest, Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Business. And it's Priest who gets the pin here, by the way. Priest who gets the pin. Really, really, really big result here. 68 as well, which is really good. This has been a good show so far. Hopefully it continues in that manner. 61 from Bobby Lashley, 57 from Priest, 59 from Razor, 54 from Akam, 60 from Cedric, 58 from Apollo. So Lashley was the better one, but they're all around the same level, and they've had a good match. They've had a good match here, and we've put the champions, we'll put the belts on the new champions, the Hurt Business. So yeah, another title change. A lot of title change this weekend. Let's get to the big title, shall we? See what happens. We move on from there to one of the big championships, to the WWE Championship. One of our 3 main events tonight. One of the matches was considered for the main event, but it didn't quite make it. It's AJ Styles defending against Kevin Owens. Now, don't forget, this is a feud that took us through the summer. AJ won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Kevin Owens took it from him. AJ won it back in a ladder match and then went on to be WWE champion. This is Kevin Owens' one-on-one match with AJ. It's going to be very, very interesting. We're going to have a promo from AJ first for a 74, which is really, really good. And now then, your following contest is for the WWE Championship. It is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. And remember, AJ's cronies, Angel Garza and Austin Theory, are banned from ringside tonight. AJ has got to go it alone. Will he come out with the championship? Your winner and still WWE champion AJ Styles for an 82. Yes, that's very good. AJ Styles with an 85. Kevin Owens with a 79. Good chemistry between the two of them. Kevin Owens actually probably slightly low, but it's still good. And AJ wins. A clean victory as well. We're putting him over big time here. Putting him over big time. He managed to do it on his own. AJ Styles still WWE champion. Post-match, Garza and Theory run out. They celebrate with the 3 of them, but AJ Styles is still champion. Big time. Big time. Not WrestleMania 22, but like big time. So that's good. Where are we going next? Well, let's go backstage, where Shayna Baszler has asked for a bit of promo time, and she's interrupted by Becky Lynch. 70 rated segment. Becky was poor, actually, weirdly. She maybe needs some time to bed back in after a couple of months off. These sort of go face to face. So Shayna's having a promo hyping up the Raw Women's Championship match, which is next, when Becky comes into shot, and they just go face to face in the shot. Becky doesn't say a word. Shayna doesn't say a word. There's heavy breathing or whatever, but it's a real sort of tense showdown. Now remember, Becky does not know who took her out. All Becky knows is that Shayna Baszler made her tap out at SummerSlam in a submission match. Becky was going to get a rematch as part of the triple threat when she was taken out. Shayna Baszler is 100% a suspect. So Becky Lynch is just getting involved there. 70. It's not bad. It's pretty good, to be fair. So this next match is going to be very interesting. This next match could be fantastic. It's another submission match. Shayna Baszler has made Becky tap. Will she make Asuka tap, or will Asuka win the Raw Women's Championship tonight? Your winner and still Raw Women's Champion for an 83. Wow. Fantastic match. Shayna Baszler makes Asuka tap out. She's beaten Becky. She's beaten Asuka, both in submission matches. 76 from Shayna, 73 from Asuka, but a big 83 segment. A big match. Shayna, big match Shayna does it again. John Cena can move over. Big match Shayna is here to stay. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant match. Really, really good match. And it puts us in a good position. It puts us in a very, very good position. We've had some good matches tonight. Hopefully that continues. We've still got 2 big main events and the Smackdown Tag Team Championships on the line. A lot of titles have changed hand tonight, but Shayna Baszler keeps hold of her belt. Right. Afterwards, she's going to cut a promo, crowning herself the queen of the submission match. The queen of the submission match. 69. Right, we're going to go from there, and we're going to go show... we're going to show team... No, we're going to do a Daniel Bryan promo, I believe. Daniel Bryan cuts a promo on Bray Wyatt for 71. He talks about the Universal Championship and how he's going to win it tonight. And now it's time for main event number 2. And it's for the Universal Championship, which does reveal that Raw vs. SmackDown is your main event. But this is for the Universal Championship. This is a triple threat. This is the hottest star in the company, Bray Wyatt, defending against 2 very, very, very good candidates, Daniel Bryan and The Miz. This is going to be very interesting. Your winner. Now remember, we've had some titles change hand. We've had some not change hand. Your winner. And still Universal Champion, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This is slightly disappointing. It's still an 81, which is good, but it's slightly disappointing. Bray was off his game and only put in an 89, which is still very good, so whatever. The Miz 74, Bryan 84, and it is Bray Wyatt who pins The Miz to successfully retain the championship. This was not the right space for Bray Wyatt to lose the championship. He will lose the championship soon, potentially, but not today. Not today. 84 from Bryan as well. Really good. Really good stuff. This has been a good show. Hopefully it continues. There's 2 matches left, so hopefully it does continue. We're going to go to the Raw locker room now. Team Raw are backstage for a 72. And this is an idea that didn't come from me. It came from Stuart Irvine, but we're going to take it. This idea that actually in this team meeting, it's not Randy Orton leading it. It's not Drew McIntyre leading it. Montez Ford takes it upon himself to lead it. And it's a bit comical, and he's trying to hype everyone up. And Drew's looking at him like, what are you doing? Randy Orton's looking at him like, what are you doing? But Montez Ford makes it clear that SmackDown want the smoke. 72 for a good segment. Right, before we can get to that match though, we do have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line. This is big time. This is big match Ricochet against the big match Usos, so this could be pretty damn good. It's going to be very interesting. It is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Let's get on with it. Your winner, or winners, and still SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. It's a pretty good match as well. An 82. Ricochet with an 80. 77 from Jimmy. 75 from Jay. Mustafa's 66 isn't bad either. And it's the Usos who retain their championships. The Ring Workers are a great team to go against them, but they couldn't quite get the job done in tag team competition because the Usos are such a well-oiled, slick machine, and they are the tag team champions because of it. 82. What a match. What a card. What a pay-per-view. We've got 1 match left, and it is for all the marbles. In fact, it's for the first pick in the WWE draft that's coming next. Next episode, it's draft time. And the winner of this next match, the winning brand, gets the first pick. It means they can pick anybody they want. First pick, it's for all the marbles. It's Team Raw, it's Team SmackDown. Team Raw, Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Randy Orton and the Street Profits against Team SmackDown. That's Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and Big E. Now, of course, Big E is not part of the New Day anymore. Remember that. Heel Intercontinental Champion. It's going to be big time. It is going to be big. Before that, we do have the promo from the Hurt Business then. And they are bragging about becoming Raw Tag Team Champions, just to break it up a bit, because now it's time for the 5-on-5 SmackDown versus Raw Elimination matchup. Which brand is going to win? SmackDown. SmackDown win a 73, so it's not quite as good as I was hoping. It's still pretty good, but that may stunt us for a show rating, but it is what it is. But it's a big, big, big match in terms of the story. It's big. Your sole survivor for Team Smackdown, your Intercontinental Champion, Big E. A big rub and a big win for Big E right here. Worth noting, I've got in my head that Andrade is the man that really puts in a good performance for Team Raw. A lot of eliminations for Andrade, but in the end, he gets eliminated. Big E makes Drew McIntyre when he pins him and wins the match for SmackDown. The Intercontinental Champion Big E, the heel Big E, nails it for SmackDown. Good performances across the board, really. Drew at 83, 75 from Kofi, a 79 from Andrade, a Randy Orton, a 77, Big E 76, that's good. Roman Reigns 80, Braun Strowman 82. But unfortunately, it didn't quite reach that next level, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully, it doesn't bring our show rating down too much. Let's find out then, shall we? We want to beat 81. 81 is our best pay-per-view, so if we can do that, that'll be good. Okay, we can't quite do that. It's a 75, and a lot of that, I think, comes down to that main event, which is a shame. But there's not a lot you can do about it sometimes. It happens. It works that way. I think it was the right call to have the Survivor Series match in the main event, but the other two championship matches could have main evented, and perhaps it would have made it higher. It's still a very damn good show, if you ask me. A very damn good show. So I'll take it. I think that's kind of harsh still as well, but it is what it is. Survivor Series, though, pleased. And that is a double bill spectacular like you want to see. What a good couple of pay-per-views. Survivor Series show rating was a slight down. Even now, I still feel a bit like, that was harsh. But maybe that was my fault. I chose the wrong main event. I thought in terms of the story, it was the most storytelling main event, with Big E being sort of the next star and really making him. I thought having him in the main event spot would really tell that story better, rather than a heel champion retains or the Fiend retains, which is, we know. So don't know, we'll see. We've got TLC on the horizon. We've got also going to be building up to NXT Takeover, which I think the next Takeover might be a Rumble weekend, but it depends what they do. I think the next takeover technically is February the 14th, so we could go with that. Maybe a St. Valentine's Day Massacre if they don't do it in real life, we'll see. And then, TLC, and then we're on to Rumble season. We're on to WrestleMania season, baby, and it is time to get to some really, really good stuff. WrestleMania has been planned for a while in this save. I've been trying to work backwards. I'm still going to be working backwards, but boy, is it going to be good. Now, don't forget, we need to start setting it all up. And the way to start is it is time to shake things up around here. The WWE Draft is coming to the save for the one and only time. Remember, this save is going to end after WrestleMania. This is the one time we're going to shake things up. It's going to be important. It's going to be big. I think by the time this has gone out, we probably have already done it live on the Twitch channel. So, yeah, we are ahead of things on the Twitch channel. So make sure you're following over there so you can get a watch live with me. And you also kind of get involved in it as well. I am quite lenient in terms of, you got a good idea, I will take it. And I will take all the credit for it. So, yeah, make sure you follow in there. Subscribe to the channel, this YouTube channel, so you don't miss out anything whatsoever. Because next week is draft day. And I can reveal there are 4 NXT stars up for draft. I don't know if I've revealed this in the video yet, but I'm going to do it now just in case. 4 men, or 4 persons, I guess is probably the better way to say it, are available from the NXT pool for Raw or SmackDown to draft in. That's what we're going to do. I'm not seeing NXT as a third brand right now. That's going to get me hate, but for this game, it doesn't quite work. So we're going to have 4. One of them is Ria Ripley. We haven't done a lot with her in NXT since losing her title. She's ready for the main roster. She's probably been ready for a few months, but we finally do it. Another one is Io Shirai, a huge talent, and I haven't used her enough. There's a better spot for her on the main roster, I think. And then onto 2 men who have been big parts of NXT, but no longer will be. One of them, Tommaso Champa. Now, I know in real life he doesn't want to move, but in this game he's doing it because there's nothing left for him to do in NXT. Nothing left for him to do. So he is going to go up to the main roster, and joining him, a man Also in the main event of this pay-per-view that we've just done, Keith Lee. We are doing it. We're putting him up wherever he is right now on the main roster. It was always the plan. Keith Lee is going up in the draft. Will he go to Raw? Will he go to Smackdown? We'll find out next week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like it. If you enjoyed this pay-per-view video, then brilliant. If you were along for the stream and you've come to watch again, thank you very much. And until next time, big week. Big week continues. Peace.